Okay, who still has that stupid Easy Street song in their head? You know what? It drove me absolutely insane during this episode. But what was even more annoying was as soon as my live reaction show was over, I got 2 emails from YouTube and they were like, "You have been flagged for copyright violation for that song," which I thought was probably just a fake song created for this show, but no, it actually gave me the name of it and I've forgotten it. The dumb Easy Street song, which is actually called something else, and the Roy Orbison song. So lesson learned, when a song comes on during a live show, I'm going to have to mute it or turn it way down. I mean, I want to be upset, but I want to laugh because that song was so stupid and they played it so many times that it flagged YouTube's system, which catches famous songs. I mean, I know it's not famous, but seriously, I know how copyright works, but seriously, guys. Okay, so I thought this episode was really, really good. And what's been interesting to me is that all 3 episodes of this season have been entirely different with, mostly almost like different cast members in all of them, which I thought was great. I mean, yes, there's some crossover like Negan and Daryl, but really, really good. So I loved the way that this was edited and set up. We start out with Negan's camp and it looks so happy and cheerful and they're making gourmet sandwiches and everyone's happy and they're singing this happy song and it's, they're watching Who's the Boss reruns from the 80s. It's a perfect little place. And then you contrast to Daryl, who is in this dark, terrible cell, naked, being fed dog food sandwiches, and he's just, broken down, or he looks broken down. We don't know if he's broken down mentally. So it was really great how they put that together. That was an awesome contrast. But the truth about it is that nobody feels like they're on Easy Street in Negan's camp. They're all terrified. They don't know what to do. They feel trapped, and they have to go along with him to save their lives, basically, and it's better than being out there with the walkers. So we have Dwight, who has a huge presence in this episode, and he seems like someone who's really tough and everything and really mean, but the truth about him is that he used to be like Daryl, and now he's a broken person who is basically Negan's slave, and he's scared too. He's not what he's pretending to be. So they tried to break Daryl in this episode, and at times I was like, is that going to work? I don't think it's going to work because Daryl is such a strong person. So they play that stupid song a million times again. They're trying to break me with it too, I guess, and just to torture him. But here's what I think. I think there could be 2 things that happen here. I think Daryl is going to keep up the resistance and stay true to himself, or he is going to pretend to go along with Negan and to be, the guy Negan wants him to be, just so that he can form an escape plan and get out of there. Now, personally, that's what I would do, just so that I didn't have to eat dog food and didn't have to be in that cell. I would be like, you know what, you're right. I want to be helpful to you. I want to do whatever. But he may have so much pride that he's not even going to be able to pretend to do that. But I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think, how that's going to go down. He does make a really dumb mistake because he tries to escape because one of the guys, when he feeds him, leaves the door open a little bit. And, someone who's been really nice to him so far is Dwight's girlfriend / old wife, and she seems really sincere, I want to trust her, but I don't know, and she's like, you need to go back in there because bad things are going to happen, but he doesn't listen, and of course he gets caught by Negan and everyone, and this was some really tense moments of this show because Negan brings Lucille out, and he swings at him, and I'm covering my eyes. I'm like, oh my god, yes, he's going to I didn't think he was going to kill him, but I thought he was going to beat him in the way that he beat people in the premiere. Hello, we don't want to see that again, He didn't do it. He was just trying to scare him, trying to break him down. What I was curious about, I saw that, Daryl is wearing the sweatshirt that says A, and then I saw some other people with different letters. Do you guys have any idea what that might mean? But anyway, again, I think Daryl will just stay true to himself and not be broken down, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I also think that Rick is going to be able to help him and eventually set him free, and I don't think they're going to kill Daryl off. I see this happening, but I just don't know how long that is going to take. So we see Dwight almost get kind of bitten by a walker, but he is able to survive, but he's chasing after this guy that ran away from the camp, because this is what happens when you disobey Negan. You get chased after, you really have no way out, and the guy's knowing that he's gonna die because of this, he's like, go ahead and do it, and he does kill him, which sucks, but that's kind of what happens. He's kind of like Negan's right-hand man, and then Negan wants Daryl to be this, new person, this new Dwight. So it looks like, Daryl might be going to break, and he goes to meet with Negan, and whenever Negan asks who you are, you're supposed to say Negan because he's like the ultimate evil dictator. So when he asks Daryl, Daryl actually says Daryl. So he's not ready for this yet. So he gets thrown back into the cell, and he's shown a picture of his best friend's dead body, and after he was beaten in the premiere, and he gets really sick over it, and it's just awful. Actually, I think that happened before he went to meet up with Negan, because I think they thought, this is finally going to break him, seeing Glenn's body. So he's just going to stay true to himself, and it looks like next week is going to be a really good episode because we're going to get back with Rick and company, and that looks really interesting. I'm excited to get back on that storyline. Plus, it's 90 minutes, so that makes me happy. So I'm just curious to see what your thoughts are about this episode. What path will Daryl take? What will he do? And what do you think Rick is going to end up doing next week? And will they help Daryl get out? Are they able to get out of this? I think yes, of course. But again, we don't know how long that's going to take. Just to let you know, I'm covering all of season 7 of The Walking Dead, and I also do live reactions, which should always be up from now on because I've learned my lesson. Yes, I have. So I would love for you to subscribe and thumbs up this video, and I also cover tons of other shows, and I'm getting ready to start doing videos on Westworld if you're a fan of that show, because I'm catching up on that. So check the schedule down below to see if you watch any of the other shows that I watch. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.